I'm your host, Johan Wyckoff, and with me, as always, is my lovely co-host, Ethan LaFerrier. Ethan, how are you doing, man?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing just fine. Are you ready to get into it?
I am. In gaming news this week,
let's do this.
Big news in the gaming world is the release of Star Wars Battlefront 2,
Yes.
which has been an extremely controversial release.
Well, let's focus on the good part so far. Let's focus on the good part so far.
The game looks amazing.
Yes.
It feels amazing to play.
Yes.
But there's been a lot of debate over EA's handling of the loot system and unlock system in the game.
Of course.
The PR team is on full self-defense.
But first, we should take note of the campaign mode that follows Battlefront 2. It pretty much follows most of the lore as it is, but also it covers some interesting plot points and introduces new characters along in the Empire, but also with the Rebel Alliance. So, moving on from there.
Yep.
So, Injustice 2 just released a new fighter pack for its release. This time we have the Atom, who is a big guy who can turn small and grow big, and also Enchantress, made famous in the Suicide Squad, but also in the comics, mostly with magic. And finally, a completely left turn of events, freaking Ninja Turtles. The Ninja Turtles, all four of them, Leonardo, Michelangelo, Donatello, and Raphael are all going to be included.
Are they one character, or are they
four
individual characters?
They are all going to be one character, but in mid-combo, you get to switch out between each character, depending on how
and they each have different combo moves and stuff like that? That's pretty cool.
That is the plan. Or they're just premiere skins for each character. But then again, no real information has been revealed yet, but that's how it goes.
Cuphead. The Cuphead developers teased Cuphead 2 earlier this week.
Oh, yes.
There's no real information on when the game will come out. You'd assume that it'd be a while, just because of the art style and how long it would take to animate the game.
But they will do a sequel.
Just the big news being that there is going to be a Cuphead 2, so that was exciting news.
Yes, of course. And moving on from that, we have the Freedom Chronicles of Wolfenstein 2: The New Colossus. Three individual DLC story packs will be released in the upcoming days from November until December. These Freedom Chronicles focus on three individual characters, which from a ex-football star to a war veteran, and then finally a British spy. As you do what you do best, kill Nazis. Well, that's all we got for gaming news. So stick around. We'll be right back with some gameplay. Hello and welcome back to HomeScreen for some gameplay. This time we're going to be focusing on the Impossible Quiz?
Yeah, the Impossible game.
The Impossible game. All right.
Yes.
Impossible Quizlet.
The Impossible Quizlet.
All right. And who's that going to be playing with us?
We've got a special guest, Riley.
Oh, wow.
Playing the Impossible game for us.
That is fantastic. So
let's get started.
all right. So we're just going to begin that.
If you've never played this game before, this was a classic go-to time waster in middle school.
All
when
right.
you didn't want to write your paper in class or something like that.
What's the polo?
2.
I'm gonna go with
4. Oh.
Something wrong?
Tin can. Back. Wow. Wow. This is a very
The answer. Oh no.
This is a very unorthodox game, honestly, especially because
Square root of onion.
Carrot.
shallots.
Huh.
Hey.
How do you know all this?
I was clicking through a lot.
Oh.
Okay, search. No chance.
Oh,
yes.
there it is.
There it is. Yes. Okay. So I've never heard of this game before, but at the same time, this is quite interesting.
Oh, I gotta skip.
Oh, nice. So what follows December 2nd? I want to say December 3rd?
No, and
N.
no.
Oh,
I
wow.
totally just guessed.
Yeah, I told you. Click on the small.
Smallest eye.
This game is a lot of just guessing to
Yeah.
try and figure out what's right, and then kind of just memorizing.
Okay. Of course. That's interesting. Okay, so 7th letter in the alphabet. H. Okay. Ooh, geez.
Eight. Wait, no, 24. It's click the number. Click the question number.
Yeah. Okay.
Stop. Hammer time.
Yeah.
Okay, so Boggy, that's
Blue,
B.
do blue first. Blue. B, and then
Okay.
orange, and then green twice,
Yeah, green.
Two greens.
and then yellow.
And yellow.
There you go. It's a masterpiece.
Seal.
No seal.
Oh! Okay, so I guess we're going to have to go through this again. All right, the can, KO, mouse, all the way. Don't touch that blue, Riley. So how old is this game?
I mean, I remember playing it like 6th grade.
I
So
played it when I was like 5.
really,
Yeah.
Really? That is,
there's like
Yeah.
there's like sequels to it too. The game's like something like 100 or 200 questions in order to beat it. So it really is just messing around, figuring all the answers, and then memorizing them all.
yeah. And
Blue.
it just looks like there's just, it could be kind of a party game kind of deal as well. Because you just know a lot of the different answers, you could work together and all that.
Watch carefully.
It's the upper left.
Yeah.
do
Uh,
do +1 life.
yeah. Or one skip.
No.
Go for skip.
No. Okay. But didn't give us a skip.
Bran. Okay, so click.
Do it really fast.
So
Click.
click
The lives.
Click the lives.
click the
Quick lives.
Click
Click
on
live.
lives.
B. Okay. How do you kill a werewolf? I think it's a shoe polish. Oh. Okay.
That's too bad.
Yeah, that is absolutely dreadful.
I'm gonna run through it.
Yeah, time. Like
So we were last time through. And
the last time through. All right, so this is gonna be the last time.
I'll play the other.
And then we'll just take a gander.
Or
I-
balloons, is that the other game?
Yeah, let's take
Geo.
Geo. What's Geo?
The Geo one.
Oh, yeah.
What is it?
What is it?
Oh, so well, Riley could just play it.
What's Geo?
Crap.
He's already so far.
Like, I'm already-
It's a game where it'll just give you a random Google Street View,
Okay.
and you have to try and guess where in the world it is. Just
Where?
based, so you can like look around, you can move up and down the street, try and like look at like what language you see, and then you just try to like guess. You literally just put a little blip on the map, and then you get points based on how close you are to the answer. So here,
Okay.
this looks like. Oh, all right.
Okay. So where are we in the world right?
We're in a building.
We're in a bed.
I've never had. This has
We gotta
never
look for words.
happened.
We gotta look for words.
Okay, so we
Got
have
some
knees.
knees.
Yeah. That's
Where do they have
neat.
knees? What country do they have knees?
It's a spook.
I'm gonna say this is somewhere in like Nebraska.
All right, so you can zoom in. You can like use the. Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Oh, wait. Oh,
Can you
where's-
not? You're not
where's he go
scrolling.
there? Oh man, we're in Germany.
You're in Germany. Oh, okay.
It's close enough. I guess they have knees in Germany
That was
too.
a hard one. Oh, it was.
Okay, so now let's take a look at these licenses. So that's a fish farm.
This is probably America.
Brampton.
Brampton Fish Farm.
What the heck is Brampton?
Oh, they blur out the license plate. Oh,
That's Europe.
What does that
Oh,
truck
yeah.
say? What does that?
It's in England.
It's in England.
How do you know?
Because they're on the wrong side.
Oh
of the
yeah,
road.
you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Oh.
Good call.
It's in England.
How do I move?
Final answer?
Hold on, zoom in more.
Nah, I'm gonna go right there, bro.
Nice.
Oh, that was really
is
close.
Lovely. All right, so where are we? We're in the woods. We're in the
This
mountains.
looks like
Oh, but there's a
Like
road.
North Dakota.
yeah, or like
I think
Colorado.
that's Wyoming.
I want to guess South Dakota.
Oh!
Chile.
South Chile.
Chile.
That is lovely. Okay, so let's take a look at that.
And all these highway ones. Are,
Okay, so we're in America. We're in America. TMC.
it's Mexico for sure.
Mexico. Yeah.
No, it's Australia.
I don't think so. They're on the right side of the road.
Yeah, they're on the right
Oh,
side of the road.
yeah, it's not Australia.
Oh, we're both
Oh.
wrong.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll get this
I
next
earned
one.
5 points
Yeah.
on that one.
Let's see. So.
What does that blue sign say?
Oh.
Oh.
Norway.
Yeah, let's take a look at Norway there.
Surprised you actually know.
Yeah.
Norwegian characters.
Yeah, of course. Oh, it's in Turkey. Huh. Well, fantastic.
We were close once.
We were definitely close once, but I think we got a lot of these different states and a lot of cool, lovely little online games that not a lot of people know about or have yet to discover.
They're good time wasters.
Oh, definitely. And when you need to waste time, these are the games to definitely do it. So I think that right now we're going to go into commercials.
Yep.
So coming up is Real Talk with Aaron Miller.
Welcome back. It's time for a review of PUBG
Or Players Unknown
Yep.
Battlegrounds.
from Joshua Crean.
Hey, Josh here with another HomeScreen game review. Today we're going to be looking at PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, which has been given the nomenclature of PUBG. PUBG was produced by Bluehole Studios, a Korean-based game developer that has, up until now, stayed fairly under the radar. But with the help of Brendan Green, the original creator and director of PUBG, it is now considered a big-name developer. But enough of that, let's talk about the gameplay. PUBG is a battle royale shooter with a third-person and a first-person lobby. Each match starts with 100 players or so being placed into said lobbies, and then being airdropped directly onto an island setting. From that point on, it is a free-for-all with no grace period. With numerous weapons, gear, and vehicles littered across the map, each player is tasked with getting suitable equipment to survive and terminate other players. To ensure that the game always keeps a feeling of excitement and pressure, the arena has a damaging field that encloses the island and slowly shrinks around a single location. But this location is different every game, so players are forced to get closer and closer, and you must pay close attention to the zone placement and route yourself properly. This game offers a very individualized experience, and promotes multiple playstyles. Players can hold out within locations where they can scatter across the map and loot as many buildings as possible, while either avoiding or looking for conflict. Just as there are a variety of playstyles, there is also a variety of weapons across the island. These consist of shotguns, sniper rifles, assault rifles, submachine guns, and pistols, each having their own advantages and disadvantages. It is fairly apparent in the game that assault rifles and long-range snipers are more powerful than the other options, but no gun is truly useless. One highly notable aspect of the weapons in this game is how they feel, which is fantastic. The recoil, the reload speed, the fire rates, and the firepower all feel fitting for whichever gun you're holding, and it is really a satisfying feature to the constant firefights that take place. Since looting is the second most important aspect of the game, only topped by combat, it is important to be able to reach as many buildings as possible, and this is made much easier with the vehicles presented to the player. All vehicles are randomly placed on roadsides in the game, and they move very effectively. Just as it feels good to fire a shotgun round in this game, it is just as satisfying to speed a buggy over a hillside or pull a jeep around a tight corner. While the vehicles still suffer from minor bugs, there have been serious improvements from the game's beta release, and they offer another game-changing function to the map. Escaping the damaging zone is a very pressing matter, and it is made much simpler with a car. Right away, one can tell that this is a very social game, as every game is full of players and only players. While originally being released with only free-for-all, PUBG has integrated seamless duo and squad options, allowing any number of players from 1 to 4 to play on a team. And when playing as a team, you only play against teams. When playing as an individual, you will only play against other individuals. This adds a phenomenal sense of teamwork and strategy to the game for any who would play the squad options. One aspect of the squad gameplay that will not be found in individual gameplay is the ability to revive downed squad mates. Being downed means that you've suffered a fatal injury, but have not technically been killed. Although it is easy to kill someone who is knocked down, as they will be incapacitated and unable to shoot and only able to crawl around, they can technically still be revived by their teammates if their teammates are able to go over to them and directly revive. Once again, this adds another sense of strategy to the game. PUBG is not only a popular hit among gamers, but also among streamers. With its constant high-action gameplay, it came to no surprise that PUBG became one of the most streamed games on Twitch within a week from its beta release. Overall, PUBG takes a popular concept of battle royale shooters and brings out all the best parts of it. Really, this game brings a lot to the table, and only for the price of $30 on Steam. At this point, PUBG is only available on PC, but Microsoft is working with Bluehole on making it an Xbox-compatible game. Although frustrating at times, PUBG is an incredibly fun game to play that feels great. So, good luck pulling in that winner chicken dinner. And as always, thank you for watching this home screen review.
Hello and welcome back to HomeScreen. We're here with Real Talk with our own Aaron Miller. Aaron, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great, and I'd like to first wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving since we won't be here next week.
Of course, happy Thanksgiving to all of you because, well, the all-nighter will be happening, which is the kind of little plug for all these movies from November 17th to the 19th.
That's right. And
Yes.
while I brought up bringing a happy Thanksgiving, that's what this movie is actually partially about. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles came out in 1987, and if you do the math, this year it's 2017, so that's right, it's the 30-year anniversary of this comedy hit flick with John Candy and Steve Martin going on a crazy adventure, trying to get home in time for Thanksgiving.
I think that's due for a little bit of applause.
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely, a 30-year anniversary.
30 years!
And I think definitely we got to give a big hand to John Candy. May he rest his soul.
Yeah!
John Candy, what a great man.
John Candy, what a
He was a
fantastic-
funny guy. This guy, I tell you.
I don't doubt it. And also, Steve Martin's in here, one of the funniest guys that I know personally.
And he's still alive.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
he's yeah. So, what is Planes, Trains, and Automobiles about?
Well, first off, the reason why I picked this film is not only because it's a 30-year anniversary, it is also a family tradition with me and my father. Dad, I know you're watching this at home, so can't wait to watch it when we get home for Thanksgiving.
Of course.
And, well, also we're showing it at the all-nighter as well,
Fantastic.
which is fantastic. So if you guys have never seen this movie, you'll be able to watch it during the all-nighter, so go ahead and check that out.
But what is it about?
I'll tell you that right now. I just thought I'd get that information out there. First off, it's about Steve Martin and John Candy, a.k.a. Neil Page and Del Griffith, both salespeople. Neil Page, he's a big marketeer in New York, while with Del Griffith, he sells shower curtain rings. So
Shower
you can
curtain
see the difference there. But the main goal is, well, they're trying to get home for Thanksgiving, and, well, they run into some bumps along the way. And, well, let's just say that Del Griffith, he's, a.k.a. John Candy, he's kind of annoying to deal with sometimes, you know? Like, he'll take his socks off right in the middle of the plane ride, and he'll just be whipping around, and they smell, and, well, he's got to put up with that all the way through, not to mention he nearly burns down, or he does burn down a whole entire car. That's why it's called Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
How does one burn down a whole car?
Well, let's just say in a little bit when John Candy's dancing a little bit to a song called Messing Around, he's enjoying a cigarette, and, well, he just flings in the back of the car and accidentally sets the car on fire.
Huh. Ironic, but hilarious.
Exactly. Now, you may think, hey, this is a holiday film, and it's great for the whole family. No.
Oh, is it?
It's not for the whole family. It is rated R, so I would, if you want to see it, there's nothing really bad. There's just a whole scene where Steve Martin says the F word like 20 times. So that's why it's pretty much rated R. But yeah, like I said, if you haven't seen this flick for the Thanksgiving season here, go and check it out. We are showing it during the all-nighter, so go and check it out. With that, Dad, I'll see you home and we'll watch this soon. Here's a trailer of Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
During holiday travel, some people get delirious. Some get delayed. And some get Del Griffin.
American Light and Fixture, Director of Sales, Shower Curtain Ring Division.
Neil Page got all three.
I was on my way home to spend a nice holiday with my family. Instead, I'm in a motel bed with a stranger.
So instead of Thanksgiving with his family, he's spending 3 days with the turkey.
Two happy clams just whistling down the road.
Flintstones, meet the Flintstones, they're the modern toy family.
Paramount Pictures presents Steve Martin.
You ever been to Hawaii?
Yeah.
You see Don Ho while you were there?
See the second show, that's the best one.
Is that right?
Yeah.
John Candy.
Why are you holding my hand?
Where's your other hand? Between two pillows. Those aren't pillows.
In a new film by John Hughes. Planes, trains, and automobiles.
See that Bears game last week? Yeah, hell of a game, hell of a game.
You're traveling to a place where you're promised your wildest dreams, where reality will not stand in the way of making money. You, among many others, get excited for things that can never be achieved. You have entered the Hype Zone.
Hello, I like money.
What inspired you to build a second Krusty Krab right next door to the original?
Money!
Back to HomeScreen. As talked about earlier, the release of Star Wars Battlefront 2 has received a lot of controversy from the gaming community for being an extremely poorly handled game by EA. A lot of hate on EA all over the internet right now.
Of course, there is a lot of backlash from the PR relations from the general public.
Yep.
From what I know.
So EA basically went on and they posted a post on Reddit saying that, so they were trying to explain the reasoning behind them having an extremely high or extremely
extremely high
frugal
rate.
loot system, and basically the big thing that frustrated a lot of people is that you buy the game for $60, and then you still would have to play 40 hours or spend even more money in order to unlock characters like Darth Vader or Luke Skywalker. So all of this content was hidden behind a paywall, pretty much, and this was the response that EA came up with, saying that the intent is to provide players with a sense of pride and accomplishment for unlocking different heroes, and this went on to become the most downvoted post in Reddit history by a significant margin. So good on the Reddit community for letting EA have it.
Yeah.
But then, so the big thing here is that, this has been talked about over and over again, but pre-ordering games,
it can be a mixed bag.
It's never a good thing.
Yeah, it's
in my
never.
opinion.
Yeah, never is a good thing. But it depends. It depends on which game that you want to pre-order is the thing. But with something with EA, it's not going to end up well. It's not going to end in a great. It isn't going to end up in a fantastic little explosion of fireworks rather than a flaming dumpster.
The issue with it is that if you pre-order games and then the companies make all of this money already, they're going to be less inclined to put a lot of effort into finishing the game. They might say, well, we made our money already, why should we even try? And that's the big problem.
Yeah, that is the big problem.
So if we look at some games from the past couple of years that have done this, one example is Mass Effect Andromeda.
Oh, let's talk about Mass Effect.
Was an extremely hyped up game.
Oh, people were, like how the social media framed the game, and how the actual studio framed the game. It was going to be a glorious
open world Mass Effect game.
Yep.
It was supposed to be amazing.
Yeah.
Tons of pre-orders. Game comes out filled with bugs, terrible voice acting. We've got an example here of some of the horrible voice acting in Mass Effect Andromeda.
Let's take a look at that right now.
I'm Nak Morkesh, superintendent of this station. I hope they haven't scared you off already.
It's nothing personal, but now isn't the time for on-the-job training.
At least the Pathfinder here seems willing to try. We could use a fresh perspective.
You've heard my concerns.
So as you can see, the game, clearly, they didn't put a whole lot of effort into the voice acting or the story writing. If you play the game, it's very hard to find any sort of emotional connection with any of the characters, which defeats the entire purpose of a game that's 90% talking to people.
And it's Mass Effect. You can't say no to a story-based space opera like Mass Effect. Calling this Mass Effect is an insult to the actual game itself.
And then, of course, everyone knows No Man's Sky and the terrible game that ended up being. I don't even think we need to talk about it.
Yeah, we don't need to talk about it.
It's been memed enough. But the point so Assassin's Creed Origins.
Yes, Assassin's Creed.
Going back to the original point that I was making, this game had extremely low expectations. The past couple Assassin's Creed games that came out were poorly received.
Yes.
And so people didn't expect much from this game. And I think that Ubisoft, knowing that the game had that people had low expectations for the game, kind of
capitalized.
They tried harder.
Yeah,
You know,
they
wanted
tried
to
harder.
prove people wrong. And that's like the issue with pre-ordering, is that if games get overhyped, then the developers are less inclined to
actually work forward.
Exactly, to finish their vision.
Yeah. But if there are low expectations and it gives game developers something to actually work towards to make it an actually good game, that's when you get a fantastic product and gets the gamers talking about how good a game is.
So the moral of the story is stop pre-ordering games.
Stop pre-ordering games and don't be a lazy pants. Well, that's all from HomeScreen from us tonight. I'm Johan Wyckoff.
And then I went around like this, and over here like that, and across this way, and then down here and over here like this, and then... And then I came around and stopped right here. Do you like it, Squidward?
Shut it.